What I have more of a recollection of is sort of the uh, the couple months after 9/11, leading up until I guess it was the spring of 2002, because like I said, I worked in the Capitol in an office off of Statuary Hall, and for those couple months, basically the Capitol had been shut down to tours, and that was a huge adjustment for me in terms of, I pull in, my routine is I pull into the Rayburn parking garage, and I park right near the uh, exit of the Rayburn parking garage near the credit union in the basement of the Rayburn building. I get on the tram to go over to the Capitol, take the elevator up to the second floor. I walk out the second floor and turn the corner past one of the entrances to the House floor, and walk through Statuary Hall. And usually there'd be tours, even in the morning, because invariably you'd always see a congressman, with a group of constituents, or like a large high school group or something like that, doing a tour, talking to students in the Capitol. But even then, during in the Statuary Hall or in the Rotunda, but even during the course of the day, of a typical day, the Statuary Hall's teeming with people. And working in an office right off there, you just sort of got used to that. It's sort of like, if you live in a house like I do now near Reagan Airport, when you first you notice the airplanes taking off, and then it just becomes just part of the usual background. And for me, that's what like all the tourists in the Capitol, that was sort of part of the usual background. That was really, really hard for me to adjust to, was coming in every day, or like leaving my office like at 10 o'clock to go to a meeting, and you open the door in the Statuary Hall and there's nobody there. And that went on for months.